was this collaboration of both experience within the classroom and the extraordinary staff and faculty that we had that allowed me to broaden my horizon. And I think that's the key word about broadening my horizon. It allowed me to increase my research studies, my research efforts, and to actually experience new things that prepared me for potential future jobs that I didn't really know that existed to me. My involvement is a personal commitment that I've made and others on my team have made because of what the school gave back to us. The school gave us the opportunity to compete in a changing environment and during fiscal uncertainty, because there was certainly bad times back when I graduated out of college, as they are right now. But it allowed me to do things that I never thought that I would be able to do, and to keep in contact and network with my team. That networking with my team also developed a understanding that it was a personal responsibility to help the school create adaptive leaders. And these adaptive leaders are the things that we need in terms of making our organization successful. When I entered the MBA program, the person who really had the most influence over me was Dr. Arun Jain, because he had the ability to reach into the souls and the hearts of the people in the classroom and believe in what they were doing. That not only that they had to do it to be successful, but they had to do it because they had an ethical and a responsibility to the people that they were working for and working to help, both humanitarian and both in business. We do have a social responsibility as well as an economic responsibility to do the things that we do as leaders in the MBA program. I seek out talent, I nurture talent, I coach talent, and most of all, I become the examples of the talent that I think they would want to work for me, and they will emulate the things that I do. I have a lot of lieutenants, a lot of captains, a lot of majors, a lot of lieutenant colonels that really have joined me in my march to be that type of leader. And I'm refreshed that I'm leaving a culture of talented people that want to do more. And I think when you do that, you remain very globally competitive because you know that your bench is stocked with quality people. A good example was Hurricane Sandy, when all my A team and B team had to do other things or they were deployed. My culture and my bench of third and fourth string leaders did an absolutely fantastic job. They were exceptional leaders that had very little experience, but they had the necessary skills in order to do that. And that allowed the 369th to be globally competitive and the unit of choice for West Africa. We go from a fighting mission, I'm talking the Army now, we go from a fighting mission to a humanitarian mission, i.e. like Hurricane Sandy. In order to do this, you need to train leaders who know how to train, coach, and mentor their people to be full spectrum leaders and soldiers that can do the things that they need to do. In the corporate world, it's much the same. They need to be multi-talented. They need to have open minds. They need to have core values that allow them to do their work. And they need to be in a place where they can show their skills and actually become effective and become value-added in the operations that they're involved with. The best advice I ever had was, marketing is everything, everything is marketing. I was able to market the success of the 369th, the Harlem Hellfighters, the very first year that I took command. And I marketed us one summer to take on the mission in Mali, Africa. And that was our signature event that marketed us as the West Coast subject matter experts, which now the 369th has been in Mali, Cameroon, and Gabon. And they're getting ready to go back into Gabon next year to help the Central African nations with humanitarian efforts and to help them set up emergency response centers to respond to natural catastrophes. I believe that every military vet who can qualify for an MBA program needs to go into a program to experience leadership and management and business at another level. And this is going to help them compete in a very, very changing world and environment. And it's going to help them prepare for the uncertainty and to make better decisions and to actually make organizations work better for the customers and for the community. Now, UB is a unique university that offers a wide variety of education that is adoptable and accessible for veterans. I was a veteran, and I came in as a corporate person, not as a veteran, but they made it very accommodating for me to come in and learn. And I think that vets will benefit coming to a program in UB because they have professionals. Their professionals here are exceptional, and they're committed, just like Dr. Arun Jain. It's a society that keeps going and going in order to promote the alumni even after they graduate, and that's a key piece of what makes UB so unique. The benefits that you're going to get when a veteran comes to the program is they're coming in with core values, they're coming in with a work ethic, they're coming in with a be all you can be, they're coming in with, hey, this is the ends, this is the ways, and this is the means that we're going to do it. They have compassionate energy that is filled with will, drive, and the thirst to learn more. And when you put a person like that inside a classroom, it becomes a dynamo effect, and everybody wants a little piece of that, but they don't want to go through basic training. But they want this. They want to be part of that. And you can take the veteran out of the Army, but you can't take the veteran out of the person. And you'll see that why businesses, why Fortune magazine, why all these other publications are saying that the businesses are looking for vets to fill their key positions, and vets are looking to sharpen up the pencil because they don't want to be number 2, they don't want to be number 3, they want to be number 1, and in order to do that, they're going to bring their professional skills inside that classroom. I learned that economics, statistics, and finance are critical skills. The first project that I got put into, I had to build a $300 million regional logistics center in Singapore. I had to fly back between Stuttgart and Australia and Singapore for 4 years in order to make sure everything was exact, meaning that everything needed to be perfect, everything had to be exactly to cost, everything that was supposed to happen on a project had to happen by a particular date. Singapore has one of the toughest construction laws and fire laws on the globe because it's such a small country. And you really don't own the property, but you lease the property for so many years. So your building had to be perfect. And I think because of my skills at UB with my economics, my stats, and my finances, that carried the ball for me when I went right into that project. I graduated, I got my position, and that same year I was building the Regional Logistics Center. Too many people self-evaluate themselves and they say, yeah, I can do that, I can do that. But what you don't know is if you're honest with yourself and you self-evaluate yourself and that you can't do it and you need help, getting that help now before you're in the middle of your project is going to benefit you very much. The other thing is, don't be afraid to make mistakes. You can't be successful if you don't make mistakes. So you have to bring your willpower, you have to bring your discipline, you have to bring your thick skin, you have to polish up in your core skills. You need to be honest with your self-assessments, and you, most of all, never give up.